Hello my darling, it's Chanel and welcome to a new vlog. So this is the first reading vlog of January, and if you're wondering, Chanel, you look a little bit unhinged. I know, I am. I went to bed with wet hair. This is how it was when I woke up. I don't have the energy to change it. And for makeup, you're getting stickers, lip gloss and mascara because that's all I can do, okay? It's just one of those days. So we're gonna roll with this like unhinged look because I'm reading unhinged books anyway. So today is Kinky Corner. Yay, I needed it, okay? Like, I'm struggling today, so I'm like, how can I be kind to myself? Let's read some really weird, smutty stuff. Like, it turns out silly monster erotica is my jam. I just have such a good time. Today's theme, because I like to theme it, we're doing winter monsters, even though it's summer in Australia, but I'm aware it's winter for the majority of the world. But I will cater to us Southern Hemisphere folks as well with one of the books. The other three, though, are going to be icy and wintry and all those delicious cold weather things. So, and I'm wearing some cool toned shit, and which is also why I've gone for the blue. I like the aesthetic tying in together of the themes. So let me tell you about the first book I'm going to pick up and read. And that is called Slippery When Yeti by Tanner Stone. Monster Between the Sheets, Season 2. Obviously, I didn't read Season 1. We're just going to go straight into it. I'm sure I'll find my feet, pretty quickly. Let's have a read about, oh my God, that is the biggest blurb I've ever seen. Let's just go though. Okay, so we can set it up. Elena has never fit in. I'm sure she'll find something to fit in. She grew up in Miami, but she hates hot weather. Cannot relate. Everyone in her family is spontaneous, but she's always been a planner. Luckily, her organizational skills make her ideal for the wedding planning job in Screaming Woods. Sure, the name of the town is a bit quirky, but as a wedding planner who specializes in themed weddings, Elena isn't shocked by much. Until she's lost in a freak snowstorm and rescued by When Flynn was turned into a yeti in the accident that transformed his town and friends, he abandoned civilized life. Living at the top of a nearby mountain means he stays cold and creates his ice sculpture art away from prying eyes. He's perfectly happy being on his own, most of the time. But when he saves a pretty woman wandering in the snowstorm, they're stuck together in the mountain cabin and still the storm passes and they can return to their lives. That is, if Flynn will let go of the woman he knows is meant to be his. Oh, so we've got some mate stuff happening. It doesn't sound too out there compared to like the Christmas stuff I read. I think this might be quite tame. It just sounds like instead of a werewolf, we have a were-yeti. So it might not be that shocking. Like, we'll see. I am trying to go for really out there stuff. That being said, I just grabbed these super quick. Thanks to Rob. Thanks, Rob. You're the sponsor of today's video. I think we'll just roll with it. This is what I got. I don't want to try and find more. And I tried it, look, I did also check out Goodreads. I don't want to read anything that's rated less than 3 stars. If people who read this stuff thought it's shit, I'm a trusted judgment. So we're going to read Slippery When Yeti. So Elena is part of a Cuban family, and she is second guessing her decision to take a job in Screaming Woods. But supposedly, the Screaming Woods won't disappoint. Okay, so she's been hired by a hotel to be their in-house wedding planner because there's just been so many weddings popping up. It's an epidemic. She wasn't in Miami anymore. Okay. So Finn, even in he's covered with a fine dusting of downy white hair, so he never gets cold. So the whole town got turned into monsters. The upside, he's huge and ripped. He's 7 feet tall. He is an artist, guys. Becoming a monster didn't curb his artistic passion. So okay, the thing that turned everybody into monsters was a Frankenpunch. He also loves books, guys. He loves to read. And he's got a taste for fine dining. He's savoring the earthy flavor of the truffle salt. He's a cultured yeti. So Elena was driving back, but the snowstorm hit and she's in some car trouble. And she just realized what she's seeing isn't a person. She's found herself a yeti. And she said yetis don't talk, and now she's passed out because she knocked her head. He's feeling a primal desire towards her, but he's got no choice. So he's taking her back to his cabin in the woods. She's just woken up, and this cabin is decked out, guys. It's very nice. And she's now met Flynn, and they're having a conversation. Okay, so Screaming Woods used to be called Stream in the Woods. And then one year, at the Halloween party, Dr. Karloff, the town's scientist, mistakenly gave us a magic punch that turned us into monsters. He's been a yeti for 20 years. So basically, he's a very tall, muscular man with hirsutism. And he's just made her a nice hot cup of cocoa. And she says, don't you get lonely up here all alone? And he's like, no, I've got 2 friends, an orc and a gargoyle. And she thought, I thought I was just going to be dealing with bridezillas. Elena's now reminiscing about, Elena is now reflecting on all of the shitty men she's dated in her life. She's always had a thing for guys who didn't fit into a box, but maybe dating a yeti would be taking it too far. And she's just found him standing amongst his ice sculptures. He uses his own claws to sculpt. His back muscles were rippling. I'm guessing his downy fur is like sparkling in the sunlight a la Edward from Twilight. He sculpted her some flowers like the ones on her dress. What a sweetie. Woo, she just walked right up to kiss him. Oh my God, Elena, you saucy minx. She doesn't fuck around. I guess we're getting into it. Page 37. It seems Elena likes hairy men. It looks like they're going to bang on the fur rug in front of the fireplace. I suspected you'd be big, but holy crap. Okay, so like this. She was pleased to find out that his penis was not furry. If there was any benefit to his monstrous growth spurt, this would have been it. So Flynn, his sexual experience only pertains to reading smutty books. He's glad that it will now finally pay off all of his research into how to please a woman. She's giving him a blowjob. He's now returning the favor. Turns out he's also got a big tongue. He got the job done. I can take you. Okay, it was pretty regular kind of sex, you know? Nothing different, nothing unusual. She's like, how did you know all that stuff? And he's like, I learned everything from romance novels. Bookworms for the win. He mostly reads shifter romance because, well, his friends have just rocked up to say, hey, the wedding planner's missing. She's like, you found me. So her first wedding is for a minotaur and a human lady. Her boss said, I was afraid you wouldn't take the job if you knew about our monster problem. And she's like, problem? It's like, you know what I mean. She's like, don't worry, I'm staying. It seems Flynn's fallen hard and he's trying to work up the courage to, I guess, ask her to stay with him. Flynn loves his truffled salt. Flynn's got it bad for Elena. Okay, we've got a bit of a standoff between Reggie and Flynn. So Reggie is Elena's boss. And Reggie is obviously wanting to make a pass. And he's like, I have more of a chance with her than a monster like you does. And Flynn's like, if you touch her, I'll rip off your arms. So we've got touch her and you'll die. And Reggie's like, you can't threaten me like that. And Flynn's like, it wasn't a threat. It was a promise. Turns out that Elena had a walkie-talkie and Reggie had one, and it was on. So she's listening to their little tete-a-tete. So Elena's just confronted Reggie. She heard everything, and now there's a bit of an apology. Elena's just told him that she's fallen for him. You don't think I fall in bed with every hot monster who rescues me, do you? And he says, did you say hot? He's so innocent. And now they're having a little sweet. Felt like I was made for you and you were made for me. You were made for me and I was made for you. And now they've set up a little tryst in her office. Bluebell. Elena said, I love you. Jesus. And he said, I love you back. Oh my God, guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's very insta-love. Blue. Hey, no. Hey, Nova. So he's just bending her over the desk. Yeah, once again, pretty standard sex scene. It was fine. It's not too explicit at all. It's like an M. Now he's cooking her breakfast, and he's made some more flowers, ice flowers for her. Oh, what the fuck? It's an engagement ring. Wow, guys, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, happy for them. All right, that's it. Okay, so how do I feel about this? Look, it's cute. It was a cute one. It's pretty tame. It's 2 sex scenes, and like I said, they're pretty standard, just what you'd find in a regular romance, not even like a smutty romance novel. Hello, Nova. Hello, Nova. It was very sweet and kind of chaste, very fast paced. Like, I love you. Let's get married. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to give it, like I said, ratings are different for this, okay? It's not on the same scale as how I rate other books. So this is just for monster erotica. These are my ratings for just monster erotica. This one, I'll give it 3.5. It was, it's fine. If you just want a very easy breezy, low stakes, insta love, saccharine, sweet kind of romance, then this would be the one for you. And like, as far as monsters go, he's a big, muscly, well-endowed man with white body hair. So, like I said, if you like hairy men, it's not a big departure. His hair is white and kind of sparkly, and it's downy, so I assume it's soft. And then his pipi tuckin is hair-free, so no chance of a hairball. So, yeah, 3.5. Let's look up the next book that I'm going to read. So 3.25. What did I say? 3.5. 3.5. I'm going to be generous because like the writing was fine. It's basic but fine. The next book I'm reading is Frosted, a Frosty the Snowman erotic parody. This is the first in the Demon Cream Chronicles by Rebecca Macy and Heidi Schmidt. Already I'm getting definitely much saucier vibes, much smuttier. Let's see what the synopsis is. Rule number 1. Never try to summon a demon in a trash can. Bluebell. Rule number 2. Never get summoning instructions off of the internet. Rule number 3. Don't sleep with Frosty the Snowman, no matter how sexy you think he is. So this is about Frosty the Snowman and a down-on-her-luck witch who can't help but take Frosty for a ride. I'm excited. Frosty the Snowman. In some sketchy as fuck alleyway beneath a rickety fire escape, I hold the last of my frog eyes in one hand as I balance a wax candle in the other. Okay, so she just found out that her fiancé of 3 years was cheating on her with her best friend. Oh no. The last thing I want to do is walk back up to my apartment like a soaking wet street cat. Everyone loves a soaking wet pussy though. Look, I kind of like the humor in this. I think she's trying to do a spell. Is this going to be a revenge spell? Okay, she's feeling very grinchy at the moment. It is Christmas. Okay, so she was trying to conjure a revenge demon spell in a trash can. So now we're in the demon's point of view? Or is it Frosty? Frosty's point of view? Oh no! Okay, so he was a demon with like super fit. And now he's Olaf. He's got little stickers. Oh my god. Oh, he's this little snowman. So yeah, she's got like a snowman with a demon inside him. Hi. Hi. You want more snacks, don't you? Yes, you do. I get it, girlie. So do I. We'll get you after this one, okay? And the witch is like, what the fuck are you? And he said, I am the one you summoned. I am Lachlan, the demon of lechery. It's like, this place smells like carrots. Oh, his more common name is Asmodeus. Hey, beautiful girl. Oh, I love the cuddles. Thank you. Oh, he's not happy about his vessel. So look, she's not impressed. She's like, I wanted this scary demon to rain hellfire upon my cheating fiance, and now I've got this little cute, like, snowman. She's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this guy? He's like, do you eat carrots? And he's like, what kind of question is that, witch? Did you hit your head? Take a breath before you pull all of your hair out. I'm a demon of lust, whom you've trapped inside of an overgrown snowball like some bad Christmas movie. Release me. Oh no, she has to carry him around because he can't walk. Like, it's very funny. Okay. He's a bit upset. He's like, blast. What good am I as a lust demon if I don't even have fingers that can tease a woman's cunt? Yeah, the sticks aren't going to do it. Yeah, this is dirty, bro. I want her face buried in my snow so deep that when she emerges, it will look as if she has been bathing in my jism. This is a long book as well. I might have to take a break so I can give us some nourishment. It's funny. It's a lot of humor in this. She's like, stay. And he's like, yes, because I have plans to run a marathon this evening. And he's like, well, let's bang. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I'm a demon of lust. And she's like, I didn't summon you for sex. I summoned you for revenge. She wanted a revenge demon. She's like, I want to curse my ex-fiance for fucking my best friend. I didn't want to get fucked. She's like, you don't even have a penis. And he's like, I can't go back until I've spilled my essence. You know what I mean? And she's like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not just going to let you bend me over and fuck your spirit or whatever out of your snow body back to hell. It's not happening. She's finding herself kind of turned on though. Like he's quite proliferate with his dirty talk. But he's also giving a shade about her decor, like her interior decorating skills. Oh, and her fashion taste. Oh my god. He's got a taste for the aesthetic, and she's not, and her taste is trash. He's smacking her with his stick hand, so he's giving her a bit of a caning. Yeah, she's like, I don't really want him sticking that thing inside me. I wince just imagining the splinters. Okay, so he's using his carrot nose instead. He's using his carrot nose. She said, I stare at his body for a moment, wondering how to even go about fucking a snowman. I could probably search on the web for advice. Surely someone in the world's thought of this before. Rule 35 of the internet and all. But I don't want my computer's cookies to remember such an endeavor. Gods, I cringe thinking of the pop-ups I'd be getting for the rest of time. She's decided to sit on his face instead. So she's basically riding his face. Her juices have frozen my cheeks to her thighs. I'm literally attached to her. Oh, I got some rimming happening. Okay, so it turns out she didn't use a spell book. She used the internet. And he said, you used the internet? The land of the trolls to find a spell, and you assumed this troll twaddle was going to work? Okay, so she's like, you made a snow, so how about we just like go and make a snow dick? Arts and crafts time. Supposedly her ex-fiance never made her come that hard from his cunnilingus skills. Supposedly her ex never ate her out, so she was just reminiscing on the best orgasm she's had in her life, thanks to Frosty the Snowman. Alright, so they've just put the vibrator on him. And he's fondling it. He's fondling his new appendage with his little stick hands. She's like, can you turn the horny on? She said, can you just turn the horny off? And he said, darling, I can't turn the horny off. I am the horny. slide yourself onto this mechanism. So they're going to try out his frozen dildo dick. And he's detached the dildo and he's now sucking it clean. It's a witch flavored lollipop. Okay, so the snow dick is now ready, the one that she did make out of snow and stick in her freezer. He said, "You have no idea the embarrassment I would endure if I had to appear in front of my higher-ups looking like this." She's like, "Who's higher than you?" "Santa." "Santa?" It's like, you call him Santa now. Before some unfortunate monk made a typo 1,000 years ago, he was known by his more common monomer, Satan. What? So I guess, yeah, Satan and Santa are one and the same. Oh, darling, you don't understand a single thing I'm saying, no. Hey, Sylvie. Turns out crafting a snow dick and sticking on him worked. He can feel like he's actually the dick. It's him and the snow dick are one. She said, "I'm not fucking Frosty's icicle. I'll end up with gangrene in my pussy." It's like, "Don't worry, I'm warming it up." All right, yeah, she's realized maybe if he comes, he comes. It doesn't matter where. So she's just going to give him a nice job. So she's decided, I'm just going to suck on an icy pole. She's decided not to swallow because she doesn't really know what's going to come out of a demon's snow-encrusted dick. What's the bets, guys? What is it going to be? What is it? It's a puff of snow flurries. Oh, little ice. It's a little ice snowflakes. Just psh, psh. Oh, how cute. He made it snow. She's decided to taste some of the snowflakes, catch them on her tongue. It's just snow with maybe a bit of peppermint. So she's once again thinking about how shitty it was with her ex and how he only cared about his pleasure and not hers. Looks like she's gonna give the frosted cock a try. Okay. The ice is very cold, but she says it feels good. All right. Yeah, she's like, he erupted the snow flurry inside her, and she's like, "That was fucking cold." She's like, "How long until we know if this has worked?" He's like, "It would have been immediate. It obviously didn't work. We have to try a different way." So once again, he has detached his snow dick now and he's sucking on it like a lollipop. Oh, so she replaced the nightshade with tomatoes. It's like, "What type of hocus pocus witchcraft are you playing at? No wonder I'm stuck here like this. You might as well slap a leash on me and call me lamb because I'm following you to school or work or wherever you go every day till one of us dies." Oh my God. She's like, "Would you like a ball gag to go with that leash?" Oh my God. It is pretty funny. Oh. Oh, hello. He's like, "What if I don't melt? I might just sweat and never go away. We shall live happily ever after in this little apartment. I think I'm going to call you Pookie after you were forced to be my little witchy wife. You can be pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen and bear all 13 of my demon spawn, and we will be happy forever." And she's like, "Damn it, fine, I'll go get your eye stick," which she threw out of a window because she didn't like him. She didn't like watching him suck on it. She had to wrestle the ice cock out of a dog's mouth, so it's got a bite taken out of it. He said, "If you wanted to gobble up my dick, witchling, you could have told me. I'm rather fond of such activities." It's this funny book, man. I won't say everything, okay? I will leave some things unsaid so that if you decide to read this, you can get pleasantly surprised. All right, so they're making cookies now. And she's like, "I need to get this right because I don't want to get stuck with a demon cookie that's going to make me fuck it, talk about a yeast infection." Does that not remind you of the gingerbread man? I'm not gonna lie, I like the banter between these two. So she was meant to summon Belial, not him. Okay, so now she's in bed and she's hearing a ruckus, and there is a very large figure with glowing yellow eyes, and she's like, what the fuck is that? That isn't fucking Santa. That's fucking terrifying. But it turns out that is Santa. So what's Santa? He's massive. His skin is a deep grey with light coating of hair, 2 beautiful black curling horns from his head, ash grey wavy hair that is shoulder length. He's got a tail. He's got a hot demon ass, muscled thighs that are covered in dark fur and cloven hooves. He's got a sexy Sean Connery, Keith David, Patrick Warburton voice, and a forked tongue. Now we're in Satan's POV, or Santa. He has multiple cocks, turns out, guys. Oh my God, is this going to be a threesome? Okay. So he's like, I don't work favors for free, you know. Okay, so it looks like Asmodeus is going to make a deal. And Asmodeus is like, well, how about we all fuck it? He's like, oh, she'll want it. Oh, will she though, mate? He's trying to convince her to do a 3-way. Oh, Santa is Frenching Asmodeus. Well, it's Satan, but we're just going to call him Santa. And he's sculpting a nice, big, thick, long ice penis again for him. Santa is massaging it. There, Santa and Asmodeus are just going at it. And it's working for her. Looks like a threesome's going to happen. Santa's brought you a little present. Santa's brought you a present, little witch. So Santa's peens are stacked one atop the other with the balls hanging heavy below. Oh my God. So she's getting triple penetrated, double in one area, single in the other. She's going to be sore tomorrow. So Santa is now using his tail on her clit. Lachlan, or Asmodeus, is now himself. Okay, so he's also tall. He has large horns protruding from the sides of his skull. He's got dark hair that goes to his shoulders. His skin is a dusky purple. His eyes are red. He's just as buff as Santa, but he doesn't have hooves. His muscled legs end in taloned feet. So he's got like claws on his toes and claws on his hands. She's like, I am now sandwiched between 2 very large demons, and they're looking at me like I am the last cookie on the plate. This snowman novella has taken a turn. And he's also got 2 penises. She's like, what am I meant to do with 4 dicks? And they're like 3 holes, 2 hands. Okay, so Santa's penises are dark mottled grey with soft pink tips, and it's covered in a silky fuzzy layer like velvet. And he tastes like peppermint and smoke. So yeah, she's got Santa in her mouth and Lachlan in the back. Good girls get to swallow. Naughty ones get to watch me spill all over them. Okay, so Santa's spunk is now like, he's painted her face like a Pollock painting, and red sparks are now coming out of him. And the red sparks are landing on her chest, and the red coils, no bigger than a chia seed, wriggle and squirm in glowing gel. Santa then swipes a finger through it and paints her lips with it. What the fuck is happening? She's now at a Christmas party, and she's met a guy named Atlas. And he's super hot. Oh, and it's him. It's Lachlan / Asmodeus / Frosty the Snowman. I guess he can glamour himself, you know, to be a super hot dude. Belial the demon of revenge is there as well. She's like, I swore off demon cock. Oh, Belial was there to fuck over her ex. Oh, isn't that sweet? He'll never be able to come again unless the woman gets off first. Okay, fair play. Okay, now we're done. Oh my god. All right, this one is definitely rated R. That's definitely an R. Like, look, the sex went a bit full on there. Like, I didn't obviously tell you everything that was happening. Yeah. What am I gonna rate that? Like, I didn't sign up for like a Satan demon one. I thought it was gonna just be a snowman situation. Like, I'm going to give it a 4.25. Like, I liked the writing and it was pretty funny. So the writing was good. The sex was full on. It was interesting. It's stuff I've never read before, but like, maybe it deserves more for what it is. I'm going to give it a 4.5 for Monster Erotica. Like, it's pretty good. It's just, yeah. Okay. 4.5. What would a 5-star erotica be for me? I don't know. I don't know if it's such a thing for me to be like, oh, that was a 5-star monster porn. All right, I'm going to take a break. I need to feed the cats. I need to feed myself. And then we're going to go on to our Southern Hemisphere pick for this vlog.
Hey, honey. Love you.
Okay, hey guys, I'm back. Yes, I'm wearing a different top. The other one was shedding fibers into my lip gloss and it's just, no, was not a fan. I've also added a few more little pearls on there because I thought, why not? Let's do it. So we're here for the last book. Now for the last book, I thought, okay, what epitomizes summer in Australia? And in summer, being citizens of an island, we like to hit the beach. We're definitely beach bums. And so I thought, okay, what's very prevalent around beach season? And sharks. So if you hear about Australia, you obviously hear a lot about, you know, shark attacks and the like. They're not super common, but they do happen. So I thought that fits perfectly with Monster Smart. So I've picked a book, and I picked one based on like the title being humorous, because yeah, I prefer it when my monster porn has some levity to it. So I have picked Jumping the Shark, matched with the Space Shark, First Date Abductions by Ash Raven. I don't know, guys. Let's just read the blurb, okay? Maxon, this is what I have been training for. Finding my mate after months of practicing the art of wooing the human who is scientifically best suited for me. I am too old to feel this nervous about meeting her in person, but that won't stop me. Now when she wakes up, I just have to convince her we are meant to be. Will she still accept me after taking her away from Earth? This isn't even on planet, so it was. It's sharks in space. Odette. This is Odette now. The worst way to start a date? Show up late. The best way to end it? Alien abduction. When a hot giant shark man who owns his own home on a tropical planet wants to spoil me, who am I to say no? Now, if only I can get him to accept his retirement so I can spoil him back. So that's what we're going to read. So let's just do it. Chapter 1, Maxon. Dear candidate number 2947AX, your application for the terrain rehoming program has been accepted. Please report to satellite station QV097 in 2 cycles to begin education and training to find your human companion. It is a universal known fact that Homo sapiens are extremely durable and biologically incapable of breeding outside of their species. So basically we start off by stating the fact that humans are pretty shite. Their technology is incredibly weak and they've only made it to the moon. So we're a very primitive species. So he's got a 4-fingered hand and scales and fins. Odette is 28 and it's got her pronouns as she, her. There is a significant age gap because his species live a lot longer, but she likes older men. So I think this shark man may have multiple peens. One cock, what a joke. Am I right? Okay, so it says that they have put him in a machine and now they've given him a human form. So now he's in a human body. So she just believes she's getting set up with a 50-something-year-old guy. And she's having a bad day. Her her colleagues played a prank on her. So now she's wearing a t-shirt that says, like this, with an arrow pointed to her crotch. This is a blind dates app, so there's no faces. She just had to answer a quiz to be matched with her perfect counterpart. He's good at chatting, A+ banter. So what does he look like? Okay. So this man, he's got thick patterned muscles. He looks like he just came from the shop or the farm, so he's got that blue collar appeal. There's something about him who looks ready to get down and dirty. He's very tall. And she's already kissed him. He tastes sweet and tart like he's been chewing on sour apple bubblegum. Jesus, she works fast. Oh my God. A wolf whistle reminds me we aren't somewhere private where I can do all the naughty things that threaten to burst out of me. There will be no dick sucking in public. Far out. She's like, maybe we should have something to eat? As long as I can have you for dessert. They're just exchanging their history and their life stories at the moment. Now they're making out in an alleyway. And he's got her wrists clasped above her head. But he's asking her, is this all right, Odette? Consent, guys. Very sexy. Oh, God, he's calling her pup. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like pup. Can I call you daddy? Okay. Okay. Hello, Faja. All right, they're really using the daddy and the pup. Yeah. Ooh, he's just bitten her. And she's passed out. So he's put some sort of bonding saliva into her. Look, she might have consented to making out, dude, but I don't know if that was, she was consenting to that. She wasn't fully informed, my friend. So he's now, taking her off planet. So he does have a tail as well. I'm not sure if I'm into abduction. He's trying to stop himself from getting into a frenzy just from her scent in his spaceship. It looks like he's going to have himself a little bit of a wank. He's on his way. All right. Oh. So it turns out his tail also gets hard when he's about to ejaculate. So she's just woken up and seen the grey shark man. So he's also implanted shit into her brain or whatever to help her obviously speak whatever languages all these intergalactic species speak. Our planet is considered a nature reserve, so we're like a zoo for the other planets. It's like being a science pet is not sexy. She's like, do I have to get a job here? Okay. Look, she's obviously getting her priorities. It turns out he was a former king. So she's dating former royalty. His family's just stopped by to visit. He's got some gills, baby. And she's still calling him daddy. So the frenzy is a mating cycle, like werewolves in their heat. It can last anywhere from a day to 5 days. The point is to breed. Humans are unique. They can't reproduce outside of their own kind. Okay, so she seems to be down for the pound. Look, I can't with the daddy pup stuff, guys. She wants a daddy dom. Okay. All right, she's going down south with her mouth. The shark tastes like salted caramel. Sweet, tart and salty, everything a girl could want. Lube me up, daddy. Oh, fuck me, man. Jesus Christ. Bleh. Okay, so on the head of his Johnson, there's little frills. It's got a little collar. Hi, baby. It feels so good she's having a bit of a cry. Alright, so they're taking a break and he's taking her out and about, getting her some clothes, getting her some food. So there's like a little bit of world building happening in this sci-fi smut book. Okay, we have some poolside double penetration happening. Alright, so now she's getting a bit of a spanking. Oh, and his jizz is lilac coloured. I think I forgot to mention that. Oh, he went and got her teddy bear from Earth. That's cute. Okay, the epilogue is like a little questionnaire. Your first impressions after abduction? Embarrassment mostly. I was worried I'd pee my pants. Describe Maxon in 3 words. Kind, handsome, sweet. And Maxon on Odette. Best thing about Odette, her laughter, getting to be a part of her joy. So basically he just takes her all around the galaxy. Yeah, I'll get you down. Bluebell. I'll get you down in a minute. Bluebell's up. Bluebell's up the top. See? And she can't get down. Okay, so I rated R, obviously rated R. It's, you know, points for the sci-fi stuff, the space stuff, the, you know, other elements of the storytelling. Yeah, look, it was not my flavor. Sorry, it really wasn't. So I'm going to give it a 4 stars. It's a solid 4. You know, it's just, yeah, sharks and the terminology used just gave me the ick. But those the eroticas I read. So we had Slippery for a Yeti, and then we had Jumping the Shark, and then my favorite read was Frosted. So thanks for joining me for this kinky corner. Until next time, stay wild, Star Child.